Hi there, this is Josh from Literary Gladiators, and today I'm here to talk about my TBR for the Stephen King 70th birthday readathon that I'm putting together. I'm very happy to see that there has been a great response as far as the Goodreads invite list goes, and I'm really looking forward to reading some more of Stephen King's books. Haven't really read too many of them in quite some time. Last year I started one, but had to put it down in order to read other things. And the last one I finished in its entirety was The Shining. But now I have the opportunity to read much more of what he has written. The Stephen King 70th birthday readathon will be starting on Monday, August 21st, and will continue until Thursday, September 21st, which is Stephen King's 70th birthday. And all you have to do is read as much Stephen King as you would like, or as much as you're able to. I'm going to be reading 3 because I think that that is an amount that I feel that I can accomplish within the month. And the first one that I'm going to read is the one that I had started. I actually read it for the first time in 8th grade, but I wanted to reread it in order to familiarize myself with it once again, and that is Salems Lot, which is the second novel that that was released from his collection, Carrie being his first. And I read about half of it, but I'm going to refamiliarize myself with with what I read last year, and then I'm going to continue. I'm going to be reading this as a buddy read as well with a friend of mine named Jessica, who is someone that I connected with on Goodreads. Turns out that she's going to also be taking part in a future session or so, and I'm really excited to be reading this with her. Next book that I'm going to be reading is Different Seasons, which is the collection of novellas that includes Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption, which was adapted into The Shawshank Redemption, perhaps Stephen King's most successful and highly praised book-to-film adaptation. Apt Pupil, The Body, which was adapted into Stand By Me, another relatively successful book-to-film adaptation, and The Breathing Method. I'm really looking forward to picking this up and reading it because a Stephen King blog that I followed called Talk Stephen King had this at number 1 on their list of favorite Stephen King books of all time. All of his books at the time that the post was released, and the fact that this is on top of his list, and that there are 2 household name hitters, and I'm pretty optimistic about the fact that this is going to be a solid delight. And the third book that I have on my list is On Writing, a memoir of the craft, which I've been hearing so many great things about this piece, where Stephen King himself talks about his experiences with writing, his advice for writers, And so many people have gotten so much out of this, especially those that majored in English and/or creative writing. And the betwixt the books, Gretchen, Michaela, and Taylor had this as their Diplomacy for Beginners book of the month. And once I read this, I can go watch that and make my and join in on their discussion, even if it's not live. And Stephen King himself even had a lot of great things to say about this book. Alrighty, this is my Stephen King 70th birthday readathon TBR. And hopefully I have a great time reading these, and I hope that those of you that are interested in taking part, I hope you enjoy reading some more Stephen King books. And I'd love to hear your what you have planned on your TBR. And I'm planning to review each of these, which I really I haven't completed a Stephen King book review, individual book review yet, and I'm really excited to do so. We do have a Stephen King discussion coming up during the 6th season, which I'll share details regarding that in a later video. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that you take part in the Stephen King 70th birthday readathon, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video where I talk about my TBR. And for now, and as always, I encourage you to keep reading.